And Ty Webb is back. So, Hardamania, what are your thoughts on Tyler Buchner, the addition of a fifth quarterback to the room?
I think it's a good addition for quality depth. Now, he only played 10 out of 13 games, and he had a lot of picks when he was good. But like you're saying, he was good in the South Carolina game, and Saban's not going to extend his hand out to you unless you're going to bring something to the table. Granted, he might know the system, and he might be a good package or a system player for the new offensive coordinator. But and he was a highly sought after, 4-star out of California. So I mean, I know his intangibles or tangibles, whatever, are good. He's got to have a good arm. Hopefully, it just brings the level in practice up. It makes everybody get better. And so the pro is hopefully everybody gets better. The con is I know that it's going to force one guy to transfer. At least probably somebody in the quarterback room is going to be upset, and so that's my view on it.
Well, I did know this. I read that the transfer portal, I think, ends Sunday. So basically, if you're
Yes.
in that window, right, and you're wanting to transfer this year, I don't know if it'll happen this year just because I don't know if those guys are, because nothing's in stone. Anybody can win this thing. So I don't think we'll see a transfer just yet, maybe later in the year. I think it's definitely a lot of high risk for what we're seeing on paper, little reward. I know he did great, like you said, in the South Carolina game. Homeboy was throwing a lot of picks against Marshall. Marshall was very subpar after they played Notre Dame. I don't know if he's got the talent, what we're seeing on paper, just yet to really push anybody in the quarterback room. I still say it's Milrose right now to lose, and I think the backup's probably Dylan Lonergan. I think I'm saying it right. And so maybe he'll come in and surprise me. I would love it. Nothing more if he came in and was just lights out. But I think he can do exactly what all four quarterbacks sitting in that room right now can do.
I agree. And I think it's just more of the whole package player, the whole him being used to whatever offense is coming in, and the internet keeps going out. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to.
If you got to go to voice only, that's
you're
fine
saying,
too.
No, it's fine. I mean, I can see it like click on and click off. I don't really understand what's going on. Like I said, we swapped over to AT&T, but also I'm just like you're saying, the portal is going to close, and so we have a few more days for big name people to enter the portal. Now, I'm not sure how that works. Like if you enter it and it ends on Sunday, so if your name's in it, you can still be taken all summer. Is that correct? Like you just have to put your name in the portal
As
up
far
to
as I
Sunday.
know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, nice. Yeah. So I mean,
and I think by
yeah,
right before Sunday, but yeah.
Well, hopefully that man, we still need some more pieces at least. But I know you see the UAB safety came down for a visit. Granted he's been at UAB for 5 years, but it would be he has 1 year left of eligibility. It would just be some kind of quality depth on that as well. To me, I mean, he was honorable mention all conference this
Yeah, I
year,
mean, I can see it.
and so.
Yeah, I can see the depth and maybe him pushing the room a little bit. And, like I said, maybe he'll come in there and surprise us and do really well. As far as the, A-Day, we saw, the Crimson team beat the white team as usual, 21 or 30-21.
Yeah.
Milroe had 19 of 37 passes for 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So it kind of negated the good he did, unfortunately. And then Simpson had 12 of 26 for 155 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Mm-hmm.
So is what we're seeing is kind of like, yeah, it's Milroe's job to lose.
Were there a lot of drop balls though?
I think a lot of the guys, yes, there was a whole lot of drop balls. I think out of the 84 thrown, only 42 were caught. So it was less than 50% were even caught.
That's tough.
Now the ones that were caught were very acrobatic plays. I mean, the guys were having to climb a ladder just to even get it. And the thing that's concerning is a lot of these guys are sophomores. They got all the speed in the world, but damn it, you got to grow up and catch now. There's no excuse. You're all sophomores.
Yes, yeah.
There's nothing.
Especially a lot of
you can't stand behind. Well, we're freshmen.
No, a lot of them got playing time. I mean, it's not they're not sophomores that's only seen redshirt freshmen, are pretty much. Yeah, most of them seem
Yeah,
good on the field, so yeah, it's not the game experience is there.
the thing too is that I feel like when you go through the reads and you look at how they're doing, um, I feel like the top two guys, which are Simpson and Milrow, they're not distinguishing playing a cover two. Are they playing a cover seven? Are they playing three deep zone?
Mm-hmm.
There's these. I feel like they're just kind of looking and slinging. They're not analyzing the reads fast enough.
Yeah.
And it's both guys. Um, School wise, they're national merit scholars. They're both super smart.
Mm-hmm.
But Simpson to me, I wouldn't go with him right now because I'm sure you saw the game. It was like he was, if the receiver was on the left side, he was just watching the whole time, and he has a slow like wind up like Team Tebow. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's super bad in the
Yeah,
SEC.
well, especially staring them down, man. Any good D coordinator is going to tell you to cue on that. B, any respectable safety is going to be all over that. I mean, just studying tape alone, he's going to see it. Yet alone after the first pass, if you're just staring at your first receiver, your primary option, it's going to be a lot. But I think, like we spoke about earlier, this week too, when we saw Mac Jones come in, we were all nervous, and then he won a natty, and hell, he still starts in the NFL. So I mean, it's people can't change quarterback wise, or if the system changes to help the quarterback excel, which I'm hopefully that will happen too. So
Well, to add on to that, you're right. Nobody 2 years ago was sold on Georgia's quarterback.
no, Stetson,
And
yeah,
let's be honest, Stetson Bennett, there was no game I ever saw him play, even when Alabama was beat and we had nobody to throw out on offense, that he took over a game. There wasn't one time he ever took over a game, minus he played pretty good against Ohio State last year.
yeah,
Um, but there was never games where it was like, man, he really took over games. They would have lost it without him. No, it really wasn't.
no, he was a special, but he was a good package or almost I'm gonna say AJ McCarron, like just a good overall quarterback. I mean, it was a good find for him. He was a good player, good
System guy.
system player. Exactly, completely agree with you. Hopefully, I know.
Now,
What are we saying?
I will say great kudos to the offensive line Saturday because they were getting 5.2 yards a carry. One thing I saw that I was very concerned about was Elijah Pritchett. Man, he was getting beat in pass coverage by walk-ons. 3 and 4 year walk-ons were beating him in coverage, which
The issue.
uh, Cade Proctor, they're going to move him as a freshman left tackle. They're going to move him probably over there. They're seeing the stuff we're seeing too.
Yes, yeah. Didn't he get
And
pulled in the game though?
Yes, you're right. Elijah Pritchett did get pulled, and they put some other guys, and they see it, And Cade Proctor was on the second team anyway, so they were just trying different things out. But I think, like I said, that'll get worked out. I got to say, the tight ends were over 90% for all their catches. They had 10 passes thrown their way and 9 catches.
That's
So
good. That's very good.
we may have to run some tight ends. Amari Niblack, I think, is going to be really good. He's very athletic, big. Robbie Oots did great.
Boots is good. Yes, I
Um,
like him.
the Dupree kid, he's a monster, 260 and 6'8",
Giant.
really good
Yes.
hands. The running backs all did great, no problems there. We've got probably Jace McClellan's going to be starter, and then Justice Hayes, that freshman. He's second string right now in my book. There's nobody. I mean, Royal Williams is not better than
No,
him.
his physical presence is just something phenomenal to me too. He's physically built. I mean, it's I know it's tough to say when you use the words Trent Richardson body type, but he's definitely a mini beast, man. He definitely is a giant. So hopefully, yeah,
And he was
hopefully that
also
pans
good
out. I
the
mean,
blocking game.
oh yeah. When we have our running game, I mean, my favorite offenses, even though they're bland, were obviously it's going to be Kiffin and Sark. But I mean, the Nussmeier McElwain offenses were good to me. They're fun to watch because it was that play action pass. That I mean, it would be a slow. Then like AJ would just drop a bomb on somebody.
Oh yeah, there was lots of movement on the tight ends going left to right, and
yes,
like a lot of trickeration there as well. So it
yes,
was good. It kept the defense on their feet.
all the time. Yes, and that's what I kind of miss and hope that is comes back with our running games. If that what I was getting around to is if our offensive line actually steps up, it will definitely help open that up. And anytime you have a good running game, your pass game's going to open up as well. And so because they're going to be crowding the
Yeah,
box or at least having more people up. So yeah, that's
And one interesting thing I did think is how pretty much everybody, as far as receivers, they're all second year. They didn't show up and didn't show out. The only one that did, I thought, really good, and he didn't show up till the end of the game, was the JUCO transfer Malik Benson on that final drive. He really put it down. But yeah, I would say that's a point of contention. If I'm the wide receivers coach at Bama, I'm not even playing with you. For every drop ball in practice, that's a one full day, and I want to know what day I'm going to have it on the calendar. You're going to carry a football in your right or left hand all day long. I don't care if it's in class. I don't care if you're eating lunch. And while you're eating lunch at a table, you're going to hold it, and I'm going to find you. I'm those days you've got that ball, I'm chasing you down, and if you don't have it, that's another day running. You're going to get up at 4 a.m. with me, and we're going to run wind sprints up and down those stadiums. I swear on my life, I would do that.
yes. No, I don't blame. Yeah,
I
that's
would
how
tell
I
those
would.
young men, I believe in you. You're a winner. That's why you're here. You're
Mhm.
not built like you're built different, but you're also going to act different and you're going to train different.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah,
going to take responsibility for our jobs.
yes,
And I'll be like, I don't want to get up at 4 in the morning, but because of your actions and because I didn't train you well enough, we're here at 4 in the morning.
yeah. No, I'm right there with you. It's it's got to step up, and hopefully, our hopefully our defense is better, man. Hopefully our cornerback or safeties and everything are actually going to do something this year. I mean, it at least stick somebody, man. That's my if we could.
Well, one thing I did see when you watched the A Day, those D backs were really sticking people. They were laying the wood. They were flying
Mhm.
around. I felt like they had confidence. There's going to be some really good ones. You've got Kool-Aid McKinstry, obviously. You've got Caleb Downs, who's coming in, who's just knocking people out. I mean, they're just blown away by how good and how quick he picked up the
Yeah,
system. I don't think we're going to have a lot of problem there. They talked really good about the Georgia transfer linebacker. He's picking it up quick. I think we're going to be okay there. But like you said, I think the defensive line, that's one part. I did not see any dogs there. I did not see anybody that was like, oh,
yeah. Hopefully
you
that will
know,
come though. Hopefully, since I mean, the A-Day is very base, dummy down, both on offense and defense. So I mean, hope it's just
yeah.
there's no blitzing, there's no packages. So I mean, that could be it. But I mean, saying for a D line, we're having to replace Will Anderson. So I mean, that's not by any team is an easy feat. No matter who you are, to replace somebody like a
No,
generational
that's
talent. Uh,
well, even Bryce Young is hard to replace.
oh God, yeah.
You
I mean,
you can't
I
say
mean,
that.
between those two, it's going to be easily top five. Both those going top five. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I mean
yeah.
easily.
That's
So that's when you look at those things. We do have a tough road to hoe in some of those positions. But I do think if we can just get consistent quarterback play that doesn't give the game away, and if we can get wide receivers to catch 70% of the balls, we'll be in every game. And we're not going to know
yes.
what we have till Texas.
No,
We're
no,
just
yeah.
not. If we
That's.
got
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, we won't know until Texas. And the thing that scares me about Texas is Quinn Ewers is a pro quarterback. He can throw it all over the field all day. And if we get in a shootout with them, we're in deep trouble.
Yes, and that's what, like, that's the same thing happened last year. I think when we first got punched in the mouth by them, it was a cakewalk till we played Texas, and we didn't know what to do. And I honestly believe that if he stayed in the game this year and didn't get hurt, they would have beat us. I mean,
Oh,
we,
no
we, we
doubt.
were lost, especially on how accurate he was. He is a very good quarterback. I mean, I didn't think that he was going to live up to the hype that he was just because he went to Ohio State, came out of Texas, went to Ohio State, on high school in Texas, then transferred. I thought he was just going to be a bust. No, he definitely lived up. His arm lives up to the hype of him.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing that I don't know right now if we have a quarterback that can be that consistent. Like I think we saw passes from Milrow of 36 and 20 and 42 and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that that were accurate, but they were so far in between. There were so many passes of his, and yes, that was some of the reason for 42% completions was some of the balls were so far off. It just wasn't even a chance to catch it.
Yes.
And Saban said there was guys open and we overthrew them, plain as day.
I just hope that when that that quarterback, like I keep saying, provides some kind of not even mentorship. Just like I said, is up the game in the practice. And that's my big thing. And
I mean, if nothing more, to push
Yes.
everybody else to be like, man, there's another guy, and he, so and so's got a relationship with him. I got to step this up. No more pussyfooting around. Excuse my language, but yeah, like
Yeah, make everybody better.
something. Somebody's got to take the reins at this point because it looks like you look at all the numbers and it's like, well, okay, it's all the same. You got four straws; they all act the same and perform the
Oh
same.
yeah, and a defense that in a whole. Hopefully, we step it up. I know that if you look at all the numbers from last year, like we were saying, I think on the last one, our defense looked good. But if you take away the easy games, like the small teams, we actually didn't have a good defense at all. I mean, statistically, I
No.
said if you take out the easy teams, the teams that were beat by 35 or so, like we were pretty bad. pretty.
Well, I think it's the last after Mac Jones, the last 3 years or 2.5, 3 years. If you take up the easy dunk games, we weren't even top 20 total
No,
defense. Not even
no,
top
yeah, and
20.
that's just unheard of. I mean, and especially in the SEC, you're going to have teams that are just if you're not an aggressive defense, you're going to get beat. I mean, hence LSU last year. I mean, A&M. I mean, it's you're going to get beat.
Mm-hmm.
Teams will sneak up on you because their depth, their first string's just as good as anybody, man. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's tough though, man. But do you think who do you think goes number one here a little bit?
Honestly, it depends on what team is who's
Well, the
got number
Panthers
one
do
as far
Panthers
as.
and Texans, I believe, but yeah, the Carolina, so they need a quarterback.
I think the Texans take Bryce Young, and I think Carolina takes C.J. Dupree.
Yeah, I was thinking,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
C.J.
Stroud.
Stroud. Sorry,
Yeah,
Stroud.
but
Um,
I agree. I mean, I keep thinking that D'Amico obviously played at Alabama. It's the head coach for the Texans right now. It's either you want a generational defensive player in Anderson and make your defense like they did with J.J. Watt when he came, or you got to get a quarterback and just hold it down like they did with Carr when they first had their first pick overall. So that's a tough spot to be in because you're not gonna win if you allow points, and you're not gonna win if you don't score points.
well, I mean, from what you've seen, I don't watch NFL, but is Davis Mills manageable? I mean, has he been manageable so far?
I'm not sure. And, wait, who did you say? Jalen? Who?
Davis Mills, that's their quarterback at the
No,
Texans.
I haven't seen anything on them. I mean,
Because I know Carolina's they need a quarterback like
but
now.
yes. They needed one. Oh, they really needed one for the past few years. But yes, it you could probably ride it out being the Texans and just get a defense player and then just get some kind of almost. I know Fitzpatrick's no longer in the league, but like a Fitzpatrick who's just old and can at least give you a year or two, and then you can develop somebody else into it. Maybe a later round one, but yeah, we'll see here in just a little bit, man. Hopefully,
I've heard rumors though. I've heard rumors that Bryce could fall later to like the Colts.
wow. Well, yeah, the Colts get rid of Matt Ryan here. They're coming out with the first pick right now. So
Oh, let's see who it is. Who they got the
yeah,
first pick?
yeah. The commissioner has walked out. And we're about to see, but yeah, it'd be like it's a quarterback heavy class right now. So we'll definitely see what it is. But here we go.
I don't know. My question is, how far does certain guys like Jameer Gibbs, like how far does he fall
I mean,
down? Like, does he fall to the end of the
He
first?
slotted at the end of the first round. I mean, granted, slotted doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
That would be great if he could go to the Eagles.
Oh my God. That's just more power to everybody, man. It
Oh yeah.
the rich getting richer. Speaking of contracts, you saw L. Jackson past uh, Jalen Hurts today with the largest contract in NFL history.
Oh
You hear me?
really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he passed
Yeah.
him by $5 million. They did it this afternoon. So it's a that's a
Wow.
pretty
I had no
hefty
clue about
payday. Well,
that.
give me yeah, good for him. But yeah, I mean it's wow. Oh, well, they're going to keep this going on, dragging out forever. But yeah, hopefully the pick they haven't called anybody out yet. But yeah, hopefully our defense is better. But we have to have it, and our offensive line is better. It's last year we couldn't run
Well,
the
because
ball.
we're not going to be so dominant on offense. We're going to have a defense, a top. I'm going to say at least 15 defense. We have to
Oh yeah, I was gonna go.
to
Yeah,
not lose 4 games.
yeah, I was gonna go. Hopefully top five because our offense is unknown. It's just, I mean, I could only imagine how good Gibbs would have been if we would have had some kind of solid O line, just something solid for him. I mean,
Yeah,
it
and that's what bothers me more than anything. Not only that, but if we could have had last year, just had one Jamison Williams, just
yes,
one,
yes, just
you
one
know,
speed guy that could
and
catch it. You know, if he gets past the linebacker, he's gone. There's nobody, no cornerback that
and,
can
and
keep up
it's
with him.
not
Yes.
speed because we didn't even have a poor man's Mechie last year. We just didn't. I mean, there was too much
Yes. Yeah.
inconsistency. You know, you saw it when guys got on the field. That third down drop, third down drop,
Yeah.
and you're just like, you know, I don't understand. Did we scout all these guys wrong? Like every single receiver? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't
No.
think we did.
No. 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 The speed was definitely there. It's just and in Bryce's defense, there's so many plays where he would be hitting people. A lot of times it'd be Latu when he just hit and drop. So yeah, hopefully that's definitely something that we need to concentrate on, man. But well, oh
Yeah,
well.
hopefully so, man. Well, but
Yes,
anyway, man, I'm
sir.
gonna get off here, let you watch the draft, and I will
All
holler at
right,
you later,
brother.
brother.
All right, man. Bye.
All right, man. Bye.